So next week, when would you like to meet up next week?
Alrighty. I apologize because I did not even have my earphones in. So I want to repeat myself over again. Hello, this is Asa Flood, one of the trading specialists here at CINC, and I would love to welcome you guys to today's CRM Plus new features training, where we're going to talk about some of our new features that we have received in the past couple of weeks. First things first, I want to make sure that you are able to hear me, that you are able to see my screen. If you are, please write yes in the Q&A section so I know that you're able to hear me and that you're able to see my screen. Alrighty, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much, Miranda. Thank you very much, Ned. Come on, I'm sure there's like 2 other people or 3 other people who can say yes, that they're able to hear me. That's fine. As long as you 3 are able to hear me, I'm going to guess that everyone else is able to hear me as well. So with that said, we're going to go over some of our newest features that we have had. We're going to go over 4 specific features. And if you have any questions, you can always write about it at any time in the Q&A section. Now, if you do have any questions after today's call, you are able to click on your name on the top right corner, and like how I'm going to click on my name, and you're going to see that you're able to get in contact with our support team or our support team via email or through phone. Simply just call us or email us in between the hours of 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, and we'll be able to help you out with whatever questions that you might have. All right, and of course, we also have our help center here. Our help center has all of our articles, all of our interactive guides that are available. This is actually a new feature as well, because you are able to do a walkthrough of the site. But of course, selecting help center will allow you to go into your help center, be able to take a look at different videos, different webinars, different articles that we might have. All right, and if you need a recording of today's video, definitely send an email to trainingmanagers@cincpro.com. We'll be able to send this out to you. All right, so let's get this show on the road. We're going to discuss 4 of the newest features that we have to date on the CINC platform. The first thing I do want to go over, if I click on the name of that lead, is being able to take a look at this grid that we have here. Previously, what we used to show here was just the amount of calls, text messages, alerts, and emails, of course, and the open rates of each. However, one of the things that we have managed to change was figuring out as to what or how these leads are actually opening your emails and when they're opening your emails. So one of the things that we have included is the peak email activity. So with the peak email activity, you're able to find out what time they have actually opened the emails, or the average time that they usually open their emails. So if they open it around 6 o'clock or 7 a.m. in the morning, you're able to see that information. And then on the right side, not only you're able to see which hour they usually open their emails, but what is their common device? If they're opening it via mobile, so their mobile device, or if they open it through the desktop. So it will give you that option here. Of course, we still have the email and alert open rate, as well as the open rate or the click rate for emails. All right. Another thing that you'll see here, this is another feature that we have here. This is for if you have list casts. If you have a list cast, which if you want to get more information about it, highly suggest that you speak to your success partner on it. This is going to allow you to refer any of your leads to anybody else in the CINC world. So if this person is looking to list their property, but they're in a different area as compared to you, you're able to refer that to another lead, so, or to another agent. So if you do want to do that, you will select this button that says refer lead, and you can refer them as a buyer or as a seller, and then it will take you into where you're able to send that lead over. I apologize, it's not ListCast, it's ProLink. So you would have to be able to fill out that referral first, and from there you'll be able to start sending leads from one agent to another. Okay, so that is the communications and the email information as well as using ProLink. If you do want any questions, just reach out to us. We'll be able to go in more detail as to what that, shows for you guys. So the next thing I do want to talk about is behavioral messaging. And when it comes to behavioral messaging, this is saying that when a lead in your platform perform a specific action on your site, that from that moment, we're going to send them a text or email communication based off of that said behavior. So in order for you to gain access to behavioral messaging, first, if you are an agent, you have to have access to it. So if you are a broker and you want to give that agent that access, you would have to go into the agents tab. And within the agents tab, you'll see a permission that says behavioral messaging. From there, you're able to check off that box for that agent, and then they will be placed on having behavioral messaging. So in order for you to get there, once you have that permission, you'll go into your communications tab and you'll select where it says behavioral messaging. Now, with you selecting behavioral messaging, you're able to turn on the trigger as to which one you want to have turned on. So just clicking on the X, it will bring on that toggle on to yes. And then I'm able to either view or email that actual message. So if I want to view what that message would look like if a lead submits a property inquiry, I'll select view, and then I'm able to see what that message would look like when the lead receives that text or that email. All right, and so that explains behavioral messaging. So if you do want to set that up, of course, just make sure that as a broker, you can give that access to any of your agents by going into your agents tab. And then as an agent, once that permission is given to you, only thing you have to do is go into your behavioral messaging and then turn on which toggles you would like to turn on. And you're also able to view the communications. Please note that when it comes to how we send out these messages, we only send out one per day. So if a lead happens to submit a property inquiry and then happens to favorite 3 properties within that 14-day period, that we're not going to send different messages. We're only going to send one per day. Now, when it comes to the only one of each type every 2 weeks, let's say, for example, when it comes to said lead that they submit a property inquiry. If they manage to do that again within 2 weeks, we're not going to send them the same message over. But if they do it 3 weeks later or 4 weeks later, we would then send that same message again after 3 weeks. All right. And then the last thing I want to show you guys today will be in the properties tab, and more so within our listings dashboard. So within our listings dashboard, this is for anyone, by the way, who has SkySlope. With the listings dashboard, you're able to place any of your listings that you have here. Everyone has access to this. You're also able to take a look at your seller prospects. If you click on the plus sign here, it does allow you to add whatever type of listing you want to add, whether it's the listing that comes from the MLS, existing listing, or a property that's coming soon. You just click on it, and it will allow you to get more information or give more information so we can add it to the dashboard. The most important thing I was trying to show you guys is when I select view details, if you have SkySlope, you are able to work your transactions from this actual listings dashboard. So what you'll do is by going into the transactions and seeing where it says SkySlope, and that you can track and manage your transaction all in one place with SkySlope, you're able to select the button that says Create SkySlope Listing, and then add all of that information within the platform. Once this information has been added, it would then take you into SkySlope. It data fills all of the information so that you're able to get started with those documents as that lead goes through the under contract process. All right. So if you do have SkySlope, or if you want to purchase SkySlope through us, which you get a 50% off if you do, what you would first have to do is, of course, if you have not purchased it yet, speak with your success partner. We'll be able to set you up on that. But if you are existing SkySlope person or member, you are able to go to your name on the top right corner, go into your profile and settings, and then right where it says integrations, you're able to scroll down and see that we have that SkySlope integration here. And we will need your API key, your account ID, and your subscriber GUID. You will get that information from your SkySlope representative. And then once you place that information here, you will be able to start utilizing SkySlope. And it works very much seamless within your platform. All right, and so that is the 4 features that we have went over today. We did talk about the behavioral messaging. We talked about SkySlope integration. We also talked about when you come into your leads platform, how you're able to see the email information as to when they come onto your site or when they open their emails as compared to what is their common device. And then of course we talked a little bit about ProLink as well. So this is our agent referral network that allows you to connect leads to other agents in the area. All right. So not in the area, but throughout the US and Canada. So with that said, are there any questions? I'm going to wait for you guys to write whatever questions that you might have. However, if you do have any questions after today's call, if you want to know more about ProLink, or do you want to know more about SkySlope and how that can help you tremendously to do your transaction management, you can click on your name on the top right corner, right into support, or call us. We're here to help you out with whatever questions that you might have. And you can also go into our help center if you have any questions or want to take a look at any webinars or articles that you might have, as well as any interactive guides. All right. Or it looks like there is not any questions. So since there's not any questions, it does conclude today's new features. Please reach out to us if you do have any questions. Guys, y'all have a wonderful day and speak to you next month. All right, bye.